Hey everybody, J-Bomb here with another Ink Thieves video. Welcome to the first episode of Lorcana Gone Wild. Lorcana Gone Wild is a video series where we will be searching far and wide for the most beautiful, craziest, priciest, and downright insane Lorcana collections in the world. We won't be just looking at value, we are searching for ambiance and beauty in the display, as well as rarity, and even errors and miscuts. Some of these items we will be showcasing, a majority of you probably do not even know exist. So, without further ado, let's get into the first collection, my own collection. We will use my collection as a baseline to show you what we are getting into. I mostly like to stick to PSA slabs for my collection, and so while I may not have a pretty display, I have a nice consistent set of slabs showcasing a PSA 10 D2322 set, as well as a full set of the first chapter Enchanteds in PSA 10. We can also see a bunch of year 1 promos along with a bracket error pan and a discard hiding in there. Pretty cool. This next collection comes to us from Trigger. Now, I really like what he's done with the display. Although he might not have the biggest value collection, he was chosen purely because of how gorgeous and the attention to detail he has on his display. And so I really like how it's a mix of Lorcana taking up a piece of real estate along with his love of board games, really showcasing just how much he loves this hobby. And so as we can see here, he really put a lot of organization into how he's displaying his Enchanteds along with his sealed. And I'm a really big fan of these holders holding up these Enchanted so they can be viewed at this angle. It really just showcases off their beauty. In terms of display, this is one of the prettiest photos I've seen in all of Lorcana. The combination of the sealed with this Mickey Mouse being shot up along with the ability to display these pins in this fashion, it just really is an exciting photo. I'm a big fan of how he displayed these D23 sets. I like the one showcasing off all the cards while sitting on top of another. It's a very good use of space to showcase both of them. Here we can see Trigger showing off his Enchanteds and pin collection. Notice that he has some graded by tag, which I think are some of the prettiest slabs. Like the clear top on those, they look gorgeous. And to get that 10 on that Tinkerbell, oh, that's just such a huge win. He's even got a 10 on the GamesCon Goofy as well, and a 10 on Surfer Stitch. It just looks so good in those tag slabs. I wish they became the popular go-to for slabs, because they just are the best looking slabs in the business. And here we can see a close-up on all the pins that Trigger has. He's been doing a lot of work at his LGS, I assume, to be getting all of these, but I do like these stands that these Enchanteds are hanging in as well. They make these Enchanteds pop a whole lot more. And this is something very unique to Trigger and his wife. They each like to have playsets of all of the cards, so they each have one of each of the colors for them to keep their personal collections in, which I think is just a really cool addition to their collection. This next collection I'm going to present you, I'm extremely excited and lucky to be able to showcase to you. It comes from CB Flip, who is one of the biggest collectors in Lorcana, so you better believe there will be some high value here. If you have ever dreamed of retiring off of Lorcana investing, this is the collection you're going to want to see. So CB Flip has not one, not two, but 3 Enchanted discards. And what's even more incredible, he pulled 2 of them in Chapter 1 boxes during the first set about a year ago. Absolutely insane. And why is this so insane? Because this card sold at auction for $40,000, which to date is the record for highest public sale in Lorcana. There was a private sale tied for this as well for a gold Mickey, but this is the largest public sale to date. Extremely impressive. And continuing on with CB Flip's collection, he sent in an entire demo deck to be graded by PSA. Now, this is something a lot of you might not even know what it is, but demo decks are, before any of the cards were released, they printed demo decks of these cards, where the only difference is, you'll recognize a lot of these cards, they just say demo on the back. And so these are extremely rare. They were all supposed to be destroyed after their original uses, so there's estimated to be less than 40 in existence at this point. So if you can get your hands on these cards, you're very lucky. Most of these are selling for Stitch, for example, raw is 1,000 a pop. It's just absolutely insane. And if you were hoping to be able to buy these from CB Flip, he is not breaking up this set, so he will be keeping this as an entire deck for the foreseeable future, which I think is the right thing and smart thing to do, in my opinion. And speaking of not wanting to break up the decks, he actually has 2 sealed demo decks, which are believed to be the only 2 in existence. One of the rarest finds you will ever see in Lorcana. And in terms of value for these demo decks, it's really hard to put a number on it. They're going for at least $20,000 plus, but I'd have to imagine with these being 2 of the only ones left still sealed, they could fetch a hefty sum higher than that to the right buyer. If you thought we were done with CB Flip, oh no. We have the grand finale still to show you. He is showcasing not 1, but 6, almost 7 PSA D23 sets. In terms of value, this is over $100,000 worth of cards in this picture alone. This is absolutely stunning, absolutely insane, and one of the craziest Lorcana collections you will ever get the pleasure of seeing. This next submission comes from Lorcana's resident Tamatoa, collector of shiny things, RMB! RMB is known as one of the best players in Lorcana, particularly fluent in blue steel, and is also the winner of one of the first 8 gold Mickeys in Atlanta. And remember earlier when I said that CB Flip had the highest public sale with a $40,000 Enchanted discard? Well, RMB has the highest private sale, which was also $40,000, but for his gold Mickey prize card. And RMB is not just a player, he's a Tamatoa-like creature collecting all things shiny, and today he's going to showcase his binder of Enchanteds for us. So this binder is RMB's pride and joy. As we flip through it, we're going to see just how many Enchanteds this man has, and he can prove his moniker as the Tamatoa collector of shiny things. You can see that this binder just goes on and on, having Enchanteds from every set. And see here, he really likes his Robin Hoods. And as well, he loves his Diablos. These Diablos are just such pretty cards, and so you might notice some spaces. Those are for when he gets all of the cards he's looking for. So he's just making room and saving room for the cards he really wants. Now we have these full sets of D23 cards, which are just absolutely gorgeous cards. And then we move into the D100 and the promos from all of the leagues that he plays at and continues to win and showcase his talents at. And so these ones, he's actually been lucky enough to win, and then he's got some promos that are given out at conventions, as well as the new league promos from the current set, and who could forget Lorcanos, everybody's favorite. Oh, and then I see he's got famous player Dick Burns, who signed his Sleepy's Flute, as well as some error discard cards. So thank you, R&B, and I hope to see your collection continue to grow in the future. This guy owns not 1, not 2, but 3 gold championship Mickey cards. This is absolutely nuts. Now, obviously, he had to buy them because nobody's won more than 2, but this is still insane and one of the craziest things you'll ever see in Lorcana. As there's only 500 of these, owning 3 of these is a huge milestone and accomplishment in the Lorcana community. Now, the value of these is a little all over the place, depending on if you can find the right buyer, but they're going for about $11,000 to $20,000, depending on if it's raw, what grade it has, and just how interested the buyer that you've found is. And from a collecting standpoint, there's no card I want more than this for my personal collection. The gold on this just pops like no card I've ever seen in any TCG ever, and it's just a stunning, stunning piece of artwork. And I really, really just want to thank Ravensburger for going out of its way to make a card like this, because it just is such a good prize for someone having high success in these highly competitive tournaments. So as we wrap up today, I want to say special thanks to our first episode's guests, Trigger, CB Flip, RMB, and the anonymous Triple Mickey owner. Do you have a crazy collection? Perhaps some insane miscuts? We would love to showcase it and have you on the next episode. To apply to be on the show, please email teaminkthieves@gmail.com. And in that email, please include photos and videos of your insane collection. We would love to get some insane sealed collections going, so if you have a great sealed collection or anything outstanding, I'm looking for you to apply now. This has been an Ink Thieves production hosted by J-Bomb. Thanks, everybody.